Guys, welcome to Movie Talk. It's John here, the creator of Red Balloon and Little Bastards, the cartoon series, and we're here to talk about movies. And the one thing I wanted to talk about was in our title below, and also as you saw in the thumbnail, Smallville, a new continuation of the series, cancelled. Well, is that true? No. See, Smallville had no continuation actually planned or greenlit. Michael Rosenbaum, who I love and think to date is by far the best Lex Luthor, my hand's all over the shop here, is the best Lex Luthor of all time. And granted, he did have approximately 7 seasons to work with in order to create that character, but by God, it was a brilliant depiction of Lex Luthor. Now, he on the YouTube channel Talkville, where we have Tom Welling and Michael Rosenbaum rehashing all of the episodes. And if you haven't gone to that channel and liked it and subscribed to it, you should. Because if you're a fan of Superman, there is no doubt in my mind that you like Smallville. There's none. You have to, right? And they're going through every episode, rehashing it, talking about it, giving behind the scenes information, anything that they know. And it's really, really great. One thing that they did talk about was the fact that they were planning a continuation of the series, but not the way you might think, and not the way some people are talking about on Twitter, as if they're having a continuation of the series stolen from them by James Gunn and the DCU. It wasn't actually a continuation of the series. It was an animated series where they were going to talk about after season... Did they get to a season 10 or was it season 9 that stopped that? I think it may have only got to season 9. I've got the box set right down there, so I could probably check it out. But I believe it's season 9. Either way, they were continuing it on after all of the events of Smallville had occurred over the entire run of that series as an animation. They were going to voice their characters. Michael Rosenbaum was going to voice Lex Luthor, and Tom Welling would continue to voice Clark Kent and Superman. And whether or not they actually got Erica Durance to voice Lois Lane, I'm not sure, because I don't think they got that far into the development of it. Right? They were working on this, and they've been working on it for quite some time. Mostly just the idea of it. And with the release of Superman this summer, which will hopefully be an amazing movie, James Gunn kind of put a pin in any other iterations of Superman being on display, right? We didn't have Lois and Clark. Lois and Clark was, or not Lois and Clark, excuse me, Lois and Superman or Superman and Lois was cancelled, right? They had their series, and I believe 4 seasons, I want to say, possibly 3, but maybe 4 seasons, and it was the last. And then the end of that run, which is understandable because they are focusing on the DCU, a new cinematic universe, and all the attention and focus needs to be on Superman, the movie in 2025, which has a lot of weight on its shoulders. It is carrying not just the Superman franchise, not just the DCU, but apparently DC Studios itself. There's so much relying on this being successful that there's no point on having other iterations of Superman out there. So it makes sense that they've put a pin in this and they're delaying any kind of talk or release of this animated series. But don't be fooled. This is not like Smallville season 11 was about to get made with Michael Rosenbaum and Tom Welling acting in it. This was an animation that was in early development by Michael Rosenbaum and Tom Welling that was never greenlit. It's just something they were working on in the background that they would hope to do and still may do. It's just being put on the back burner. It's had a pin put in it because, again, the only thing that really matters to DC Studios is the success of Superman in the DCU. So fingers crossed it is successful, but also that all focus is on that iteration of Superman. So what are your thoughts, guys? You've obviously heard people talking on Twitter, you've obviously heard people talking on YouTube, just being discussions about the new series of Smallville cancelled by the tyrant James Gunn, when that's not actually the case. He's just put a pin in the development of that animated cartoon, because let's not get this wrong. Smallville was spectacularly popular. It started the entire genre of comic book TV series. The Flash, Arrow, Legends of Tomorrow, they all have Smallville to thank for the fact that they ever got made. It is the daddy of TV series, but it is still somewhat of a niche market. Cartoons are also somewhat of a niche market. So a cartoon continuation of a show that ended about 10 years ago, it would have a dedicated but small audience. And that's not something that really needs to be made right now when the attention again is on Superman. Love Tom Welling. Love Michael Rosenbaum. Love Smallville. My favourite superhero TV show by far. Not just a little bit, but by far. The character developments from Lex and Clark. The inclusions of Bart Allen and Erica Durance's Lois Lane and the Green Arrow and even Cyborg, who was played by an actor who has since passed, God rest his soul. But even Cyborg Aquaman, who of course Alan Richmond playing Reacher is huge, not just physically, but in a stardom way, probably even bigger than Michael Rosenbaum and Tom Welling at this point, right? He played Aquaman in Smallville. We saw a Justice League in Smallville for one of the first times. We even saw the Justice Society in Smallville. I mean, this TV show was steeped in Superman lore. It is amazing. And if you've not watched it, guys, shame on you. Go back, watch Smallville. It is absolutely incredible. But a continuation done over cartoon or animation would be a very, very small, dedicated, but small fan base and a small market. So I understand completely why it's being kind of put on the back burner, and hopefully you do. I wouldn't hold James Gunn responsible for that, or blame him, or be derogatory towards him because of that. It's a smart move. It makes sense, right? You want all eyes and all focus on just this iteration of Superman and no other, right? So it makes perfect sense. I hope you guys think so too. What do you think though? Would you have loved to have seen that continuation animation series? Are you still hopeful you will see it? Would you love to see a live action continuation of Smallville? Be interested in all your thoughts. Like, comment, subscribe if you haven't. And thanks for watching Movie Talk. Thanks for watching this episode. We will have Little Bastards cartoons on the way and a lot more Movie Talk episodes. So if there is anything that you'd like to discuss, put it in the chat. I will reply to you and I will make a video about it. I guarantee you that. Talk to you guys soon. Have a great day. See you later.